Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome back to Hello Charlotte. Previously, we once again got stuck in an existential world, where we discovered some possibly disturbing things about our Oracle friend. Whoa, where'd you come from? When I close my eyes, I feel someone's presence beside my bed. It's a man in a pitch-black three-piece, smiling ever so eerily. Father? No, it can't be. Father wouldn't visit me on his own accord. Where are your parents? Right, Umbrella Man? Unfortunately, it's just as if you said. As for this appearance, it's still my favorite to this day. I am more likely to have more influence over you if I look like this, after all. But let's pretend I didn't say that, shall we? Huh, got it. What brings you here? I've seen you collapse at school. I figured I would pay a small visit. How are you feeling? I'm doing okay. You know, I've learned some new things today. The Pythias I met in their world were the ones who rejected the Oracle. I see. Well, it is true that initially Pythias didn't have a shared consciousness. Their land, Delphi, was rather prosperous back in the day. I'd say their society was one of the very few that successfully adapted the ideas of communism. See? Here we go again. All the books in the library basically gave away the themes. When the Oracle appeared, many thought it would make their world a complete utopia. You see, even a young Oracle is powerful enough to grant wishes. As long as it finds beings to form a symbiosis with, of course. Most of the Pythias wish to be connected, to be understood by each other. However, most does not mean all. The war between globalists and individualists was only the beginning. However, not even the globalists fully believed that their wish would be granted, so it became twisted. The tragedy is that their minds didn't become intertwined at once. No, the process was incredibly slow, crippling, excruciating. Imagine thoughts and feelings of other people around you creeping into your head, buzzing in until you can't tell which thoughts initially belonged to you. Imagine your own mind exposed to others. So like the internet. On a good weekend. Your every embarrassing thought, every fleeting feeling, doesn't it feel humiliating? Constant headache, loss of privacy without loss of ego. The god we worshipped was the devil in disguise. That's when the second god hunt began, of which you had to look to catch a glimpse. But the process of becoming one undistinguishable mass of the Oracle went on until it consumed most of the population. However, they were still able to reduce their numbers to an astounding degree. They almost succeeded in destroying the Oracle, although it didn't mean them any harm. It's just how the Oracle is, you see. It's the failed expectations that made people violent. First they welcomed it in their hearts, expecting to use it to make their world an utopia. But as soon as it disappointed them, they got rid of it. Personally, I find it extremely selfish. I see. It's sad that it ended like this. It always does end that way. Especially among races that have a concept of free will, just like you do. Those of your kind are in constant need of something to worship, be it science, money, or powerful beings. So the aliens come from a more inherently science worship world, I would say. Because they do have a structure based on, like, people being made to fill certain roles, and then of course it turns out it's all a lie, they're all the same, and you just like made a bunch of clones that you made second-class citizens. Honestly, it's better to worship something that doesn't exist. Because fantasies never disappoint. Like anime. Sorry, I hope I didn't use words that are too difficult to understand. Although you've already almost grown up. Well then, sleep well. Bye-bye, Umbrella Man. I close my eyes. Good night, Seth. I've had very little input into this storyline. I feel a little, it's kind of sad. Oh, hello there. I'm not sure if you being here is good or bad. We're playing the piano in 4 hands. Wonderful. You're getting better. Say, Frey. I was thinking of the story you've told me the other day. Why did the paper princess let herself become soaked in ink? Isn't it toxic? Why, yes. Ink is poisonous. Then why? Because of love, of course. That's the only reason? It's the sole reason, in fact. It seems there is a fundamental lacking in your understanding of love, Miss Wiltshire. You see, the final and the sole goal of love is the loss of individuality. The ultimate death of ego. I kinda see where you're going with this. Where 2 people do sacrifice parts of themselves to be with another, and they compromise. But, you know, it's just twisted oracle logic in a sense, because the thing of that's supposed to be, one's not supposed to absorb the other. That's actually considered kind of a toxic relationship, or an evil one, or an even one. It's more of 2 wholes complement each other and still, like, separately exist. Like the little shrimp that lives with, like, the little fish in the tunnel. You're just a hive mind. You're a bee, basically. To love is to sacrifice your ego in order to become one. To mold your thoughts, beliefs, hobbies, and character traits into one. That is why Paper Princess became the same as Ink Princess. They became one of a kind. Unless you're willing to give up your ego for somebody else's sake, you can't claim that you know love. You know, I find the concept of loss of individuality rather fascinating. For it requires the greatest sacrifice of all for an individual. Oh my. Looks like it's about time you woke up. Day 25. This game actually is getting more, I would say it's applying more heavy horror, even some horror kind of themes, and some body horror and some mental horror stuff than the first game, which was advertised as being kind of a horror game. Morning, Seth. This is the first time I've seen you in pajamas. Let's get up, go to school, and go back to sleep. Alright, let's go. So what's in it for me today? Suffering? You know, most of the class is kinda gone. Henry's absent today. I wonder if something happened. Yeah, buddy. Today's a lesson. Let's see. Oh, I like drawing. I draw flowers, landscape, and political leaders. You're not allowed to draw what you want. Okay. What should I draw, I wonder? I draw a mad cat. Perfect. The class passes. It's lunchtime. What are we going to eat on the rooftop today? Then we can check on the mad cats. Get food. Secondary task. Don't die. Harder than it seems. Got some apples. Is this the rooftop? It's one of these doors. Hey, buddy. See? The boy turns around. Or should I call it Kaoru? Because you really remind me of him. Only to reveal a face covered in band-aids. No way! He got beaten up again. As you can see... Well, I did refuse to take out trash during cleaning duties. It's unfair. Why did they pick on you? Well, they must be disappointed in me. That's why they're upset. Furious. Because I am a mesophobic god stuck in a human body. How can they worship me if I'm powerless just like them? Still, remember, I won't be in this vessel forever. In fact, I'm looking for a way to get rid of it. But it's almost impossible in the house, let alone school grounds. The house! But I think I've finally found a way to go back. Who knows? Perhaps I'll return to my domain faster than one can imagine. So you're leaving soon. Everyone does leave. Eventually. Anyhow, Do you feel like joining me for lunch? Sure. Not creepy person. We sit on one of the benches. I tell C about the oracle inside of me, about puppeteers and observers, Pythias and executioners. I tell him everything I know, which gives him terrible ideas. He doesn't ridicule me. In turn, C reminisces about his past experiences in other worlds he's been to. You know, I've remembered something today. A memory of another human vessel I used to have. It was on a land where half the mankind ascended and were blessed with a gift. The gift had left our planet and built a city in the skies. It was given the name of Aether. It was made pure white, and those who lived there all had white hair. My gift was to cause cell apoptosis, so everything I've touched directly withered the very next moment. That was how my mother died. Right after giving birth, she cradled me in her arms. That was a fatal mistake. Well, there's so many, they just keep hitting you with these things. Those with gifts as dangerous as were kept in isolation from civilians, myself included. The only thing I've ever interacted with was a virtual parent and a few other devices. I was afraid to touch living beings. C closes his eyes, as if trying to remember something else. Sadly, as far as my current memory goes, I cannot remember further details. It must have been lonely. Loneliness is a human emotion. To God, it's a virtue to experience it. I see. Well then, I plan on continuing my research. See you later then. Not trusting you. We should go feed the mad cats, Seth. Bet they're waiting. The only person I should trust is myself. That being Seth. Changes colors. It's a little weird. Where's the mad cats? Mad cat? No! No, wait, they're covered in maggots. What? They're all dead. Someone puts a hand on my shoulder. I barely feel its presence. Pets aren't allowed here. You knew that, didn't you? So nobody is responsible for what may happen to them. I played with these mad cats. I gave them food. I tamed them, Frey. Yet, I couldn't be there when they needed me the most. You are the Oracle, Frey. Could you do anything? I was the Oracle, Miss Wiltshire. Everything that defined me as the Oracle has perished. I do not bear memories of my past, nor do I possess extraordinary powers. Therefore, I am the Oracle no more. It is you who defines me right now. However, it still greatly exhausts you. If you use even a pint of my energy consciously, your life systems will collapse, just like the last time. And returning dead back to life is no laughing matter. As long as you reject me, we will eventually drain each other and perish. When we merge, however, we shall obtain great power. The question is, are you willing to give up your ego for the sake of someone or dying individual? Think about it. Frey walks up to the heap of small bodies and crouches beside them. Poor little things. Let's give them a proper burial, shall we? New task, go to class. I don't know if anyone's ever really seen this movie, but the way I kind of read phrase lines is it's a little bit kind of a takeoff of the way Lucifer is voiced in the Adventures of Mark Twain, and that kind of animated claymation movie. I always thought his line delivery in that was very chilling, so I'm trying to get a little close to that. This has nothing to do with the game, but go watch that clip. That's always it's a very entertaining, interesting trip of a movie. Before we start our lesson, there's an announcement I'd like to make. As you all know, pets are not allowed on the school's territory. It seems like one of you have been feeding them against the rules. Just to make it clear, the cats in the garden died because of food poisoning. You see, junk food is incredibly toxic to animals while they actually went there. Especially one containing xylitol, which is most commonly used in snack preparation by Charlie's Junk Foods. Whether you did this as a prank or not, it's incredibly cruel to kill an animal like that. So whoever did it, make sure you dispose of the corpses in the garden. The gods aren't your janitors, so you may want to take the responsibility yourselves. No way! It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. They're deaf. It was all my fault? No. No, no. It's because they were hungry. It's because Henri told me to. It's because Seth decided to feed them. It's because I was made to do this. I knew it. We'll try to kill those cats. Cat killer. Cat killer. Cat killer. No, it's... not like that. Oh, they shift form. Look like the ones that we saw on the street earlier. Like living paintings. I just wanted to help. I'm sorry. Ink. The ink kept flowing out, making me unable to catch my breath. I choked on my own words, quite literally. It's all my fault. I wake up in tears and snot. C's face hovers above me. How are you feeling? Why are you here? C, what are you doing here? You don't remember? I carried you here. Oh, I've caused you trouble. Even though I know how much you hate Sturdy Fangs, it's okay. As I thought, you became targeted because of me. But don't worry. I found a way out. Let's go. Where to? What's happening? I found a way out of the house. Trust me, it'll be okay. There'll be no guards, no classmates, no routine in the outside world. No one will lift a hand on you, too. But what if we don't like it out there? We'll go back, right? Right, we will. Well then, I'm afraid we can't waste any more time. Let's go. The elevator goes to the first floor if it's activated on this floor. That's the floor we need to get to. All the doors open for me, so getting further won't be a problem. Go not to alarm the guards. When they find us, it's over. This place looks deserted. Are you sure it's okay to wander around here? Don't worry about it. Let's look if we can find a shelter here. Is this shelter? You're a bug. You're a bug. You're a bug. You're a bug. Yeah, let's just get away from this existential bug. You know, let's leave. You're also a bug, Brian. Welcome, we have everything you might ever need. Let's see. Anti-procrastination socks, anxiety-easing protein milkshake, no? How about the panic attack prevention band-aids? Nifty, right? What do you think? Would I give you a membership card as an extra? Sorry, we don't have any money. They want to even enter the shop. Dumb teenagers. Don't get paid for what's in tum, you get lost. Here? This shopping here looks surprisingly normal. Window, they suggest you're living food. Sounds promising, but I don't have my wallet with me. Is there a pharmacy? You're also a bug. Welcome to the shop of knowledge. Did you know my knowledge is produced to be sold? Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Nobody cares about that anymore. Everybody's starving, hungry for more information. New, old, hidden, forgotten, secondhand knowledge, shitpost. I've got all in these pills. But you're minors, so I can't sell you any. I would distill knowledge orange-flavored chewable tablets instead. I think we'll pass. Thank you for your time. Something's wrong. Well, it says religion on the entrance. No matter how I look at it, it's just a department store. Oh, silly customer. And you really think that was supposed to be something else? What's a modern age of capitalism and banks out of churches? You don't need anything you don't need? How about we just check out of here? I don't have any cash, sorry. No problem. The money altar's over here. Well, that's nice. The what? The altar. The ATM. Don't tell me I've never heard of it. Ah, now I see. Sorry, we don't really need anything. Thank you for your service. Come again. We're paying for you at a local bank. I'm telling you. So there's no place for us here. Fuck, that's the Muslim in itself. It's like every form of society is on the plate in this world. I'm not sure what the message is gonna go to in the end, or what the ideal is. If there is one, it could just be nihilist. We'll see. Looks like what's ahead then. It's a maze. Makes sense, actually, if you want to keep going with the metaphor. What lies ahead is a maze. Suddenly I feel weak in my knees. The next moment I lose my balance in a coughing fit. C crouches beside me. Are you okay? No, I just remembered something. The maze reminded me of it. I see. It must be a painful memory. Can you stand? Sure. Don't mind me. Art gacha. Play one-time use cards inside. Play? Sure. Just gotta get all the art gachas. Go for the art gacha maze. Click them all. Damn it, I got two of the same. This gacha sucks. Really? Really? Please don't hear my sleep. Really? Really? Oh, I still have that one already though, still that sucks. At least it wasn't like another don't hinder. Oops. See, how long were you such and such? Well, he was sending me when I turned 10. I see. Something that your puppeteer is a little unusual. Why so? You see, as far as I remember, there are 4 types of them. Adam, Eve, Seth, and Lilith. Adam's incredibly masculine. Eve is gentle and family-oriented. Seth is the wisest. Lilith is the most strict of them all. Usually it's either Eve or Lilith who get assigned to girls. It's a wonder when a male puppeteer is watching over you. Seth is special in many ways, I guess. Wait, no, I already have that one. Anyway. Come on, look at him. Interesting. Night gaming. The rest of them we already have. I feel like there could be some kind of thing going on here. Like there's a twist coming up. I suspect I might know where it is. I feel some other people were calling also. I'm not gonna say it yet. These cubes are massive. Fascinating. Can you read what's written here? Let's see. Memorials for anonymous leaders, the true rulers of the world. What are these smaller cubes? I think they're soul offerings. Not only does a cube contain soul data, it also represents the ego of a person. Seems like it's no place for us to stay too. This place is bad. The smell is so strong that I cover my mouth and nose. She does the same. I wonder who these people were. They're all failures. And the victims of the trial, most likely. The trials don't kill people. In a way, they don't. What do you mean? Haven't you heard? If your cube gets formatted, you'll become empty. You'll be left as an empty shell devoid of personality. A hollow human. You become no more than your puppeteer's mute self-insert. You'll keep doing quests, opening boxes, and running around until you eventually collapse. And you'll be buried here. As a garbage of society. All the unwanted, all the unneeded, all the excessive, all they amount to nothing are buried here, in the forest of the defective. Will we end up here too? People are hanging on the tree branches. It's a suicide spot. Let's continue on, shall we? There's something wrong. I thought the outside world would be a brighter place. Maybe we should go back after all. Go back to that place. So that way we'd be mixed with the dirt again. If we stay together, we'll be okay. If we hide in the fog, we'll be okay. We'll be okay, see? So let's go back. See lets out a bitter laugh. He looks at me. The world that's reflected in your eyes must be a wonderful place. Remember, Charlotte's the unreliable narrator. We've been told that directly. It must be a very kind world full of color. But it's not the world that I see. To me, it's a bleak, disgusting place. Even the air here is unpleasant. Believe me, this contaminated land isn't a place we belong to. But where can we go? Isn't it obvious? So he points at the sky. I don't understand. I thought I want to go back to my initial form. So he brings out something. It's a pack of pills. I took these from the infirmary. The amount we'll have to intake is rather big, but I made sure there's enough for 2. Huh? You still don't get it. Sorry, it must be my bad choice of words. How do I say this? She stumbles on his words. They come out a bit shakily. The smile is still present. I want to take you with me. To my heavenly domain. We will get rid of our heavy bodies and rise above all earth dwellers. We will be the ones to purify this world. Will you accept, Charlotte Wiltshire? I want to be your decision, not somebody else's. I don't want to hurt C, but wouldn't going with him mean I'll leave everyone behind? I'll leave it to you, Sev. If it's you, you surely know what to do. We'll go for this first, then we'll go back for the other one. But I feel like this one's gonna lead a certain way. I hope your decision is the right one, Sev. I take C's hand. I accept. Really? You do? I do. Let's go. To your kingdom in the skies. C replies in a soft voice. Thank you. To be honest, I would have never gathered the courage to do this alone. This human body and mind of mine are so fragile that they crumble at the slightest worry. I take the pills. Soon they will put me to sleep. Don't worry, see? From now on, you'll never be alone. He takes my hand. It's trembling. Loneliness is such a human emotion. Yet all this time, it's been tearing me apart. Soon, I'll lose the virtue to be able to experience it. I feel myself nodding off. We wish each other sweet dreams and close our eyes, sitting in comfortable silence. Sometime later, 2 bodies would be found in the forest. 2 empty shells devoid of soul data. They would soon become a part of a bigger pile of meat, eventually dissolving into soil fertilizers for a world we're part of no longer. We will ascend to heaven to become cruel gods, with little concern for earthly matters. We would laugh over our miserable human lives, realizing how low they meant on the scale of the whole universe and the endless timelines. It's a happy ending. Happy end. Ignorant bliss. So, with everything being symbolism, like the entire game is symbolism, this is obviously the suicide route. They took the pills, they overdosed. C is not necessarily a good person. Well, he's not a good person at all, really. But the whole, like, we're going to become gods, we're going to ascend, kind of references that temptation for, you know, taking that choice in some ways. So sometimes, you know, it happens in groups too, as we've seen with some dev cults even. And in a sense, they got their happy end. They escaped the world, one way or the other. But yeah, next part. Load the other option, don't go down that route.